Oh God, it's a hard life, honestly.
Being so talented,
Being
it's
so
difficult.
being so
Oh,
robust. Oh,
rob-
it's
and so rugged.
so makes me feel like an alien.
I need to put this pen down because I'm going to fiddle with it for the whole time if I
Ooh,
don't put it down.
is that a euphemism?
No, I can't put that down. It has its own seat.
Oh, really? How do you
Yeah,
fit in your audio booth with such a large pen?
it's difficult. It is a challenge, but it's capable. I just take the smaller seat and leave my office chair for my pen.
Yeah, okay.
It's difficult on planes when we go on holiday too. I have to usually book a second seat for my pen.
Oh, that's very considerate of you, though. I mean,
Well,
some
it's
people
just a
wouldn't.
comfortability thing.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, I mean, like I said, some people wouldn't pay for a second seat on a plane. At least you do. One of you.
Yeah, I'm a good guy.
You're a good guy. Do you get it half off?
Usually I just get it off.
The payment, not yourself.
Oh no, I never just get it half off.
The payment? Or
The payment, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Why? What do you think I'm talking about?
Nothing. Nothing. Don't worry about it. Are you an alien, Joel?
I definitely feel like I am,
Yeah?
but
With the
that's
large
just
pen?
that's just because I'm stupid. Do you?
Sometimes. Sometimes. I
When
feel
do you
like
feel like you're an alien? What's prime? I feel like an alien territory.
a lot of the time when I'm looking at... Thing is, this is more of an arrogance thing, I believe. When I watch videos of people that are just stupid, like really, really, really stupid, and I don't
Do you
mean
mean
stupid in...
clever people doing stupid things?
No, I
Right.
don't mean... I mean stupid people doing stupid things, right?
Right.
Because clever people doing stupid things, you can look at and be like, oh, they've got a PhD in science. It doesn't matter. They're just, maybe they're not like street smart. Who cares? But like when you've got someone who says something so completely outlandishly dumb, then I'm like, right, are you the alien here or am I? Because we're definitely not living on the same planet.
We're not on the same brainwaves, let alone the planet.
So that's when I feel a little bit... I feel alienated from people being stupid. I also feel alienated, and this is a personal thing, about alcohol, right?
Yeah.
That is genuinely one of the biggest things for me about feeling alienated or feeling alien from other people, is that all of the UK, if not most of the UK, loves alcohol, or goes out for a drink, or goes, oh, do you wanna grab a pint? Oi, that type of thing. And
Right.
I would literally rather do anything else with my time. I'd rather look at fucking paint dry than go and have a pint. Right?
But you should have said, because the first time we met, I'd have been well up for that. You'd have said, listen, I don't like this setting. I don't quite like what we're doing. I'm going to go watch some paint dry over the street. Do you want to join me? I'd have been like, hell yeah.
Well,
What's your favourite colour?
Okay, in all fairness, what we did was different. We was at a jazz bar. Okay, that was a bit better. That's not
There
grabbing a
were
pint.
drinks, though.
Yeah, hot chocolate. Not like alcohol. Or at least
I
I
had
didn't have alcohol. You might have done.
I'm a filthy heathen. I'm one of those ones that does drink alcohol.
But I was enjoying the jazz, okay? The jazz and the company. It wasn't about grabbing a pint.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a pub. That's what I mean. This, like, specifically a pub of whilst drinking alcohol. I think that's just the weirdest thing for me. And
Our
it
generation
makes me feel like I'm not I'm not a part of this world.
Our generation, I don't feel as it is the pub kind of generation anyway. I mean, we have our fancy schmancy cocktails.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like we're the generation that sort of goes to the pub for a pint. At least no one that I know ever
I
does.
completely disagree. Maybe the
Yeah.
younger generation, maybe the generation after us, because like all the people I went to school with still go for a pint. You know, like a lot of them. One of my best friends goes out drinking. Granted, he's in the army, but he goes out drinking a lot. And
Do people in the army drink a lot?
Yeah, funnily enough, yeah, they do.
Do they?
Yeah, it's all they've got to spend their money on when they're away. They just go out and drink. I think the younger generation won't, like, because the generation below us are the people that are like predominantly on computers and playing games 24/7. A lot of people just don't. I know one of my best friend's younger brother is almost like in the same boat as me. It's like they couldn't think of anything worse to do than go out for a pint.
So it seems that me and you are the aliens here. So maybe this isn't going to work, but we can try. If we're going to talk about aliens,
Yeah.
and if aliens were to exist on this planet, which, by the way, they might do.
Mm-hmm.
If you're an alien listening, thank you for listening.
Shout out to you, bro.
Shout
Zip
out.
boop bap.
Shout out to the mothership. So, oh, sorry, one second. I've got my nose. Oh,
Here we go. Fucking hell.
I've
Sorry,
got, no.
his alien juices are leaking.
My hydraulic fluid. No. I took all the medication to bung myself up enough so it wouldn't leak, but now I'm in here and the temperature's rising. My nose is starting to leak.
So all the people I've consumed coming out of me.
All the people I've flayed.
Flayed?
Yeah, like in Stranger Things.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't watched it. Carry on.
Never mind. So, aliens. First of all, we need to describe what is an alien to you. Who is an alien? I'm asking. Yeah.
Okay, you're asking me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what does an alien look like? Who is an alien? What else?
Well, just to start with, when we say alien, are we on about like bacterium that we've never seen before, or are we talking about like intelligent life forms here that look, have limbs and that have extremities other than that and what have you?
I think there are like, if you look at some of like the science posts, whether it be like on Instagram, Twitter, whatever, and like they find new life form found in the depths of the ocean, and it's fucking hideous, right? It's like a creature that's never seen actual light. They've got barely any like flesh and bone, and they've just got sharp teeth, and they're just dwelling in the depths of the ocean.
I know them well. Yeah, I go drinking with a few of them down the pub.
See, even more like an alien. Even they like alcohol. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, you're the weirdo.
I am. Those, I'm not thinking of those. I'm thinking like higher life form. If there are aliens out there that have found us first, right?
Yeah.
You know, the ones that build the pyramids, those ones.
Yeah.
What are they doing now? Are they just monitoring us, or have they blended in with society? That's really the question. And if they have blended in with society, maybe they're disguising themselves as Mark Zuckerberg, for example. Maybe they're lizard.
What an unlikely candidate! I don't know why you went for Mark Zuckerberg. I don't know a single reason you'd think that he wasn't human.
I don't know. He's just a very swell, normal guy. He's the most normal guy I can think of. You know, so maybe I'm being outlandish here, saying Mark Zuckerberg. But just
he has
on the
a
off chance.
Startup called Facebook, doesn't he?
I think it's a small startup. I don't think it's taken off yet.
Nothing much.
Metaverse, but whatever. So, if there are them, maybe it's people like that have like blended in and taken a shape that we look like. That's what I think of an alien. Maybe they've taken our form, but they just look a little bit weird. You know, just a tiny bit. Like there's a little bit of strangeness behind the eyes of like, I'm watching you, sort of that.
See, this is the strange behind the algorithm, is it?
Yeah.
This is what I wanted to ask, because I think it's a very risky strategy for an alien to go, I'm going to look like one of them. Because when they first make their candidate, let's say, you know, they have to be wary that we're going to notice if this candidate isn't quite right. If something about them is a little off, we're going to notice because we're human and we're very natural. I would have thought they would have gone for, you know, a cat or a dog or a rat. Ooh. Something, I mean, if they've gone for cats, bloody hell, we worship them. Let alone anything else. You know, they'd go for something which is different so that we just accept it for what it is, rather than something that we know and spend so much time looking at.
I feel like I spend more time looking at cats and dogs than I do humans.
Yet again, we discuss Gareth's introversion on the show.
Hey, it's true.
You spend more time looking at deep sea creatures in Subnautica than you do looking at other humans.
But what about, right, this is my theory, okay? What about if the aliens that are already present in our world, if so, they're the people that created Sims, right?
Created who now?
The game Sims. Right? And Simlish is their native tongue.
Simlish?
Yeah.
Have you ever... I know a little bit.
You want to give
us
a demonstration?
Okay, so let's... give me something to say. Give me something you want to translate.
Hi, I'm normal.
Hi, I'm normal. Okay. Hootie Vargai.
Perfect. There you go. You've spoken to me in my native tongue.
Give me something else. I can do more.
Okay. Hi, I'm Mark Zuckerberg. I am a human.
Oh, no, I cut you off. Say again.
Hi, I'm Mark Zuckerberg. I'm a human.
Nopi Shemflat, Kudi Mamba Baraflow. Right? Right?
Why is that actually so good? How much Sims have you played? Just a quick question.
My girlfriend is a big Sim player.
Are you a Sim?
So I'm a simp. I'm not a Sim though. So we sometimes converse in this language. Well, I live in a very normal life. Anyway,
as cute as that is, you fucking alien. That's my take. Is that if you was an alien, right, you would become something that can become mainstream without being in the limelight. Like who created The Sims? Who the fuck knows, right? Who are the developers for Sims? Who the fuck knows, right? No one knows. Okay.
To be fair, I can't think. I don't know who developed
exactly. No one cares. No one knows. But yet they've created this world of artificial life where they can express their main language to one another.
Ah, so you're saying this is a little bit
Big
like
brain.
Yeah, think about your classic days of the 1900s espionage. It would be, they'd be always trying to find ways to encode their speech and to try and talk to people through coded messages. So what you're saying is that they are effectively putting us in front of some software where they can converse, and we think it's just a game. We think, oh man, this is a brilliant language. But as a matter of fact,
they're just hypnotizing us subconsciously.
You see, there's a theme with all of these, and that is a very high-risk strategy. It's the kind of strategy where it's putting them right in front of us for us to see. And maybe this is how they do it. Eh? Maybe this is how they're going to take over. They are normalizing, us being exposed to them, so that when it comes down to actually making the move, we don't even notice.
Yeah, maybe. But if they do a high-risk strategy, okay, there's also that thing that is built into us as human nature of something that's so blatantly obvious that we just go, nah, it's just a coincidence.
Yeah.
That's what I feel is happening, is that these people are so blatant about it, if they are, that they're just like, oh, we've just like disregarded it. You know, my biggest thing.
Whoa, people. You said people.
Sorry,
calm
aliens.
down now. Thank you.
Aliens are people too. Okay, hashtag save aliens. Fuck you. Jesus.
We don't even know them yet. We can't vouch for them if we don't know if they exist.
They exist, Joel. All right, in my mind. But one of the biggest, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist by any means, but the biggest standout point to me that is like so obvious if it was true is the pyramids. Okay?
Yeah.
Any scientist, I feel like, and there are videos of scientists saying it is almost physically impossible to build the pyramid to scale geometrically how they've done it in the time frame and the tools that they had. Right?
Well, we've forgotten how to do things, though, haven't we? Like, our civilization has done incredible things, and then we've forgotten how to do them.
Why is that? Aliens.
Because the aliens left, of course.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The aliens showed us how to lift rocks the size of 20 people with just three people on rope. And then they were like, all right, good luck. Peace out. That's what I think. Is that if the pyramids were built by us, one, that's an amazing feat, go humans, or aliens did it and aliens helped.
Do you not just think that we built the pyramids and then, they stood back and went, fuck, that was a lot of work, I'm not doing that again, and just never did it again?
No.
They just thought that was not worth it. Never ever going to touch that. What a horrific experience.
Is that why they built like 3 more across Egypt?
Absolutely. Well, no. They took a contract to build all of them. And then after that, they were like, well, we're never doing that again. That was terrible. It took my entire lifetime.
So, I think the people that built it probably didn't have a choice, Joel. Just grasping it at thin air here. I don't think the people that built the pyramids had a choice in building them.
That's something an alien would say, right? Okay, so watch yourself. Right?
Okay. All right. Sorry.
About to call the FBI,
Zabon doobie. I mean, sorry, Joel.
How far into... So let's say they're here. How far into society have they actually gone? Now, if you're saying that they're Mark Zuckerberg, or they have inherited Mark Zuckerberg... then,
Mark Zuckerberg was human once.
Yeah. Then they have got about as far into society as one can get, right? They know... Arguably, Facebook knows more about the human life than any other establishment on this planet does. So if they've got that far, they're doing pretty well. But what if they're in government? I mean, have you ever seen the House of Lords in action? Or the House of Commons even?
No.
That's crazy. They're all like, they're shouting, they're like, oh, yes, oh, the right honourable man. I could imagine they're aliens.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. It's so obviously weird. I think that's my main point, right? Is that these upper echelon of people, they're so, if for a normal bystander like you and I, right? If we look at the House of Commons, being like, order, that kind of crap, right? You look at it and go, what a bunch of freaks. Right? How does anything get done? But realistically, they're just a bunch of aliens scheming.
Yeah, you're right. And that's their language, isn't it? Again, it's just another example.
And why do you think they made the government drones?
Yeah,
for more
true.
surveillance.
For more surveillance. Maybe there's a bit of a war going on. Maybe Zuckerberg is on the side of the humans, and the government is having a bit of a war with them to say, they're sort of fighting for who can gain control over the human race. Maybe
Mark Zuckerberg has created the metaverse so he can interact with humans on a artificial basis instead of interacting with them on a human basis, so they won't tell as much.
I tell you what I do think.
I mean, what's easier, telling an alien in human, like telling someone is an alien like face to face, or via a digital pixel, obviously face to face.
Let me talk for a second about Area 51. Because I have I believe, it's a very robust theory. Now, I actually don't think that the Area 51 government establishment is actually harboring aliens. Okay?
Oh, well.
Because I don't. Well, I won't give it because I have absolutely no basis for my argument. But I don't think that there is any aliens there. Where I think the aliens are, I think they've populated all of the little towns around Area 51, and they're selling all the merch so that they can kind of jump in on society, and they can actually, buy things and pretend to be normal. They're capitalizing on their own fame.
Someone walks in. Hello, person. Would you like to buy a T-shirt of Alien? Very good, very hip. There you go.
Right.
I'm
walk
human,
up.
just like you. Beep bop boop.
Yeah. You walk into a shop and you can buy all these strange merchandise and all these strange bits and bobs of alien. Oh, here's a bit of alien spacecraft. And you're like, oh wow, this is it's fake, but it's good. And then they're like, well, it's not fake. That's actually was the ship that my friend destroyed when I let him, drive it around the solar system for a bit.
And then the manager just comes and nudges him, shut the fuck up. It's fake.
Yeah. And they're just getting a bit of cash so they can go into society, they can spend it, and they can have nice things like the rest of us.
Maybe they just want to live a normal life. Maybe that's all an alien wants to do, is live a normal life. And we're just out here bashing them for wanting to do so.
Yeah.
Maybe
you're like, you can live a normal life, but not here.
Maybe theory crafting, right, is that the aliens that we know to be aliens fled their planet because it was, becoming, in the same way our planet is now suffering with global warming. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe their planet got ruined by the mistakes they made. They're coming to our planet to blend in with society and helping us to fix it. Maybe Elon Musk is an alien who is trying to help us get off our planet because he knows what happened to his planet beforehand.
Yeah.
Mind
Planet PayPal.
No. How nuts would that be? He's already been
insane.
on a planet that has blown up and has gone to failure. So he's bringing his plans and his ideals to the new planet to save us. So our fate doesn't end up like theirs.
But that's all very, that's very kind and philanthropic of them, isn't it? To sort of say, hey, let's put all this resource into you guys being okay. But what are they getting out of it? See, I think it's a little different, right? I think that they might have come here in order to check us out, see what's going on, but I don't think they're as technologically advanced as we make them out to be. We kind of make them out to be aliens who can, print food and create googly noises and all these sorts of things that aliens do. And maybe in reality, they've come here and they've actually got stuck. They want to leave. They're like, I hate it here. They're all idiots. They can't do anything right. They keep having wars. They keep messing up the planet. And I just want to leave, but I can't. So I'm going to have to wait for them to get the technology so I can go.
Yeah, but how did they get here in the first place if they didn't have the technology?
What if the ship crashed though? What if something happened? What if our government took the ship in? They were like, I need that. And our government's like, sorry, no.
No. Keep your identity a secret. One of us.
Yeah. And they're like, maybe they're stuck in some kind of political purgatory, right? Where they can't get to where they need to be, but they can't go back either.
Maybe you're right. Maybe the government found them, right? And they said, listen, you can live amongst us as normal beings, right? We will shelter you as long as you can let us do research on your ship. It's a shake hand agreement.
Is a bit of a wink and a nod.
A wink, nudge, nudge. Shut the fuck up, sort of agreement. But see, this is where I think is a bit. I don't think that like aliens are printing food or any of that. I think whoever discovers who first, right? That's who's more technologically advanced. Okay.
Yeah.
If we,
yeah.
because bear in mind, if we went to another planet and there were life there, we would be the aliens, not them.
Very true. Very
Right.
true. You know.
So, but if they got to us first, I also don't think that they're gonna be aggressive or harmful, like in the movies where you see a UFO blasting like New York, right, to smithereens because they felt like it.
Yeah.
I think they're not gonna be as stupid as us as humans to start wars, right? Because they've surpassed that point if they've found us,
Yeah.
because we've traveled and have telescopes onto like most planets in our solar system, right?
Yeah. And beyond as well. To be fair.
And beyond, but to a degree of like our solar system, we know what's on those planets, and we know that if life is inhabitable for us, yeah.
Yeah.
If they've got the technology to get so far to us through a different galaxy, I feel like they're technologically advanced enough to realize killing people probably isn't a good idea. So they want to use us, they want to monitor us with big government drones.
That could be a public service ad. Killing people, not a good idea.
Probably not a good idea.
Probably not for the best.
Hashtag fuck you, Putin.
I tell you what as well, when it comes to aliens and alien life forms, like you said, go to the bottom of the ocean and you will see things that you've only ever seen in movies and games. There are some ridiculous creatures down there that glow in the dark, creatures that seem to be made of nothing but see-through material. It's like space gel. It's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, but and then you look at, again, even something like, your aunt's dodgy orchid that she got from Asda that looks like an alien. And you think, what on earth is that? How is that a living thing? And it's just there staring at you all day with a very placid expression. You know, it's a really, there's so many alien-like life forms about.
You know, like all people that have live, laugh, love as a doormat. That's also a weird alien life form.
That doesn't bode well, because I did find one of those in my parents' house. Right?
I'm sure you did. Sorry, Joel's mom.
It's lovely. It's a lovely touch.
Alien.
But we'll move on. But I'd be interested to know. So, how would IQ work for an alien? Okay, because we have our IQ tests, and we have our way of finding out who's got good emotional intelligence, who has good, common sense, who has good memory. There's lots of different ways to measure intelligence. So who measures the alien's intelligence, and how do they express it? How do we know what an intelligent alien looks like and what a less intelligent alien looks like?
But now you're delving into the idea that, like, if they were to exist, right?
Yeah.
That we're trying to figure out what their education system is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel like that it's either going to be very similar to ours, or it's going to be entirely different. There's no two ways about it. But
right, it's not going to be like a half and half.
I think there's a border between like arrogance now, where it's like, okay, we are realistically one of the very, 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 very few sentient beings on this planet. Okay, because we're practically the only ones that are completely conscious. Yeah, or at least I know I'm conscious. I don't know about you. But
that's
another conversation. But we've got animals like dolphins who can communicate with one another. Whether they know themselves to be conscious or whether they're just doing it as a primal instinct, we don't know. Obviously, dogs listen to us, but dogs aren't like entirely conscious of their own mortality either.
Well, I hope not, because if they are, they've got a lot of time to think about it. Yeah,
that is very sad. So it's just us, right? With us having that kind of like mentality, yeah,
Yeah.
We've got the intelligence to think, all right, this is a good way of measuring our intelligence from the information that we know.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
And over the course of thousands of years, our intelligence has grown and our information bank has grown. Like, started off with basic terms, started off with squares, circles, and triangles. And then we realize, these shapes go even further than that. And then you go into 3D shapes, and then they get even bigger, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, look, it's a rhombus.
Exactly. And then we have to start thinking, is there a shape out there that an alien has created that we haven't even fathomed to think of?
Yeah.
Then
Yeah, they're like, so this shape exists in time as well. It's 4D. And you're like, how does it exist in time? And they're like, whoop, whoop, there you go. What happened? See? Not clever.
can't explain, you're too dumb. Bye-bye. Gone. Right? Or there is also, I guess, like, maybe they're just more advanced in certain things. Maybe they're just more advanced in, maybe they have the resources, right, to be more advanced in vehicle craft, spacecraft. They might have, like, you know how we're struggling to get to another planet and back,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then form a habitable life form there. Maybe they have, like, a fucking plant that just allows them to breathe in space.
Oh man. Well,
imagine that.
You know, you've seen the Star Warses, haven't you?
Some of them, yeah.
Some of them. Have you seen the ones where they use the breathers? Where it's like almost like one of those little mouth organs. You know, they just pop it in their mouth and they jump in the water and they can just breathe. And it's like, it looks so cool.
Yeah.
And imagine if it's like that. They have, like you say, plants. You just like suck on a leaf for 5 minutes and then you can hold your breath for hours on end.
Exactly.
Something
like along the lines of that, right? Or they've got, like, such a dense, I don't know, maybe like a dense organism, or maybe their lungs are just so attuned to being in a low atmosphere. You know, like how Superman lives in Krypton, right?
Yeah.
And he's actually just a normal person in Krypton, but because his atmosphere was so dense that when he got to Earth, he could fly.
Can't he fly on Krypton? I thought he could.
Well, no, that's why he can fly so fast on Earth. Because the atmosphere is so dense on Krypton.
Oh, but can he not fly on Krypton as well?
He probably can, but not as fast as he can on Earth. I mean, he can fly that fast on Earth, he turns the fucking globe backwards.
Yeah, well, and that he also goes to space as well, which is
exactly.
Intense.
But, like, there's imagine if they are in that space like that. Maybe their atmosphere is so dense and their oxygen level is so null and void that they don't need oxygen, that they can just exist in space without the need of any other source. So they don't need oxygen tanks that we've spent probably millennia at this point developing. They don't need to worry about, getting stranded in space because they can just inhabit there. What about that? But then imagine if we're more intelligent in the sense of equations, mathematicians, things that we have been focusing on, science,
emotions,
chemical.
Maybe
emotions.
We have more of an emotional depth, and an alien comes to us and says, "I know everything, but I hurt inside," and we can say, "Of course, take a seat."
Maybe alien suicide rates are through the roof.
Yeah.
So if you would donate £1 to 1-800 Save an Alien today, we can get that suicide rate down.
And that is by no way just a fund for the podcast. It's not that at all.
And it's definitely not Patreon/SpeechRaffle.
What if our depiction of aliens is wrong? So when we've thought about aliens in the past, and as humanity has, pictured aliens to be green with kind of wrinkly skin, and for some reason they're all the same color, right? Yeah. And I don't just mean all the aliens, I mean the whole body of the alien is identical in color.
Yeah.
I mean, what if it turned out
no penis? Crazy.
what if it turned out that aliens, were actually brilliant and they had wonderful skin that was all various colours and all various types, but they had gorgeous, gorgeous skin, hung like a horse? You never know. What if all these aliens were like, because you're worth it, in the flesh?
Maybe. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? What if they? Sorry, my alien's showing. Jesus Christ!
You broke through a bit there, didn't it?
Focus, Gareth. What if these aliens were just gorgeous, like unfathomably gorgeous? You know how like our beauty standards nowadays are very much in the social media
Unreal.
eye. Yeah.
Yeah.
What if they just actually looked like that naturally? That was like their baseline, and then the most beautiful of beautiful aliens were just so beautiful you could barely even look at them.
You could
just
barely
a shimmering
understand
light.
Yeah, exactly. They could be, maybe they don't want to be known by us because they're worried that we're instantly going to be like, oh my gosh, you're gorgeous. Let's put you on a TV show. Let's get you in front of people. How about you sign a deal to, be part of our business? Maybe they're worried that we're going to start using them for enterprise.
What if? Oh, this is a very dark thought, right?
Oh dear.
What if aliens are using Earth as a TV show that is just like the Truman Show, and it's just been running for thousands of years?
You say it's a dark thought, but I can think of like 4 TV shows where we do that with our own humans.
Okay, like what? Big Brother?
Yeah. Big Brother. There was that, was it called The Circle as well? I'm sure there was one called The Circle. There was another one. I'm a Celeb. Oh, mate.
Oh, but I mean, like on a worldly basis, and like
yes.
they call in to see what call in, and you can vote to see which country goes to war next.
Yeah. Yeah, which country's going to get a dictator next? Ooh. Who knows? Only you could decide.
North Korea still with Kim Jong-un or whatever his name is.
Yeah, I think it is.
Kim Jong-un. Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. Yeah.
And
maybe
the
we're
strings.
one big entertainment.
Maybe that's why they came. It's like, all right, what can we put in if we go back thousands of years? That's why the pyramids are there and all that type of stuff, because they were just building the set for Earth.
Yeah, they're just trying out different things. What do you think about this, guys? I'm not a fan. I don't think that's going to catch on. Okay, let's try something else.
Too late. It's already built.
Yeah.
We spent 10 million zebillion bucks. Whatever.
Zebillion.
Zebillion
Good
bucks.
effort.
Thanks. Zebillion bucks.
It's really showing our intelligence. On this podcast.
Maybe our podcast would be the aliens' favorite show. Who knows?
Maybe we might not be that popular yet in our culture, but maybe in their culture it's a big hit.
We're thriving. Maybe we're the most popular podcast in alien life form.
In alien life form. Well, look, you do have direct connections, so hopefully we can utilize those a bit more.
I do, yeah. Maybe they're watching this episode right now as we're talking, and then we'll tune into it again after. How nuts would that be?
Give us an upload to your mothership, and we can be the kind of standard, sort of like elevator music, if you will. We can work it that way.
Right, but on a serious note though, now, Joel.
This has all been serious, Gareth. What are you talking about?
Okay, my apologies. Zibaboop. Rewind.
Yeah, thanks.
Do you actually believe aliens exist? Not on this planet, specifically, but just in the entire universe.
In the universe. Well, I see. This is where the paradox comes in, isn't it? Because, like many other people have said in this world, whose names I have no idea what they are. There's the paradox of there are that many planets, that many solar systems, that many stars, that statistically there has to be life forms. This universe has to be teeming with life. But yet we haven't seen any of it yet. Now, maybe some of that is because of time. maybe, it is teeming with life, but all of these civilizations are happening at different times, right? So one of them might have happened millions of years prior to ours, and then by the time we come around, there's no one to actually interact with, and maybe we'll go and something else will pop up. I don't know. But I would, through a skepticism, and beneath the bed of skepticism, there is a deep hope that there are aliens. Because that would just be wonderful, wouldn't it?
It would.
I mean, I know there's the danger of being destroyed and whatever, but wouldn't it be great to be able to meet another life form that has grown up in a different solar system, or maybe even a different galaxy?
What
about you?
I think you have to be entirely arrogant to think there's nothing out there. Of the millions upon billions of stars, right, in the universe, and even the probably trillions of stars that we don't know about, to say that we're the only life form in this entire galaxy not only feels empty, but it also feels like we're not that special, okay? As much as, like, we would love to be, I don't think that we are that special to be the only living organisms in the entire universe. I think it's just improbable. But the funny thought that just popped in my head, you know how time's relative?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So if we looked at a star that was, I don't know, a light year away, for argument's sake, yeah? We would see a planet that is in the past.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, we would.
How funny would it be is, say, 10 light years distance, our planet and another planet had the exact same kind of like upbringing of dinosaurs to life forms to humans to sentient humans, right? But because we could both see each other through a telescope, we'd be looking at a planet that hasn't, and they were so far away, we'd be looking at that planet and they hadn't flourished yet.
Right, yeah.
Because we're evolving at the same pace. Maybe, like, obviously a bit different in body and a bit different in creatures, but we're evolving at the same pace. But we're just so far away from each other that our technology isn't advanced enough to move at light speed, that we're looking at a planet that hasn't got any life on it yet because we can't look that far into the future and they're too far away because time's that relative.
You're like, look at these idiots, still cavemen. Hey.
And then we get there and they've got nukes. You know?
Oh no.
Oh shit.
No. Oh dear.
Whoops.
I'm so sorry.
And then there's that break point in time where we've finally got a telescope that can look past the time threshold, and then so have they. And then we both look at each other at the exact same point in time, and we're like, oh, hello. We're the exact same people.
Communications over long distances gets ridiculous, because then you think, well, apparently light speed is the fastest anything can go in our universe. So how do we get past it? Good question. $1 million question, that, if you're interested.
If you've got the equation, let us know. You know, no problems.
Right at P.O. Box Speech Waffle. But by the way, it's called the Fermi paradox. The Fermi paradox is the paradox that there is no evidence for extraterrestrial life, even though statistically there should be lots of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I just explained it then and there. There probably is. We just can't see it because the time is relative.
Yeah.
All the planets outside our solar system are so far away that time is moving. So time is in the past. So there could be life on there. It just hasn't flourished yet. I mean, think how long it took for us to evolve from where we started. Fucking dinosaurs.
It could be really creepy though, because imagine if, let's say that, because right now, you know, since the whenever it was, we've been broadcasting all of our television way out into space, and all of the noise that's coming from our planet, which is a lot of noise.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say that, you know, thousands of light years from now, millions of light years from now, light years away, and sort of just millions and millions of years in the future, you know, another civilization finds all of this, and they're like, oh my gosh, that is undoubtedly another civilization. Let's say they have the technology to come to us. and they get to us. Have you ever seen the film WALL-E?
Yeah.
They're just like that. They're just robots going about the place, and everyone's gone. And they're like, "Oh, we hope we find
Mate.
you."
Honestly, if a extraterrestrial being came to Earth today, they would be shocked and probably appalled. Like, fuck, this place is a mess because there's so many dead satellites orbiting our Earth that it's just a fucking minefield at this point.
Well, may they have understanding on our progress.
No, they've only got 3 satellites and it all worked. They didn't need it.
Yeah, they just got 3 satellites and that's it. That does everything for them, whatever they need.
I feel like it would definitely be like, you know, when in Black Panther,
Right?
when
Yeah.
Black Panther's sister was just like, why didn't you just do this? And it's like a really simple explanation to a complicated problem. She's like, why didn't you just do that? I feel like that's what an alien would do. He'd land and like, why have you got so many satellites in the air? It's like, oh well, we tried these and they ended up dying after a while because the battery ran out, blah blah blah. And we give this really convoluted explanation. And like, why don't you just get it to be powered by the sun? Like,
What?
oh, yeah.
Why don't you just
right.
rub the battery on your jumper?
Just blow on it a couple times before you insert it. Come on.
And they all worked. Amazing. No, you're right. I agree. I think if aliens came to see us, they would be wildly excited, disappointed, and bewildered all at the same time. And they'd be like, "Yo, this is pretty awful, terrible, amazing, brilliant, but what's going on?"
Just in their own language.
They'd be like, "Who's your leader?"
Noise.
Good question. It changes all the time.
This guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this woman, and this guy.
Yeah. I want.
So,
Yeah.
Wait, you have 10 leaders for one planet? Yeah.
Oh, and no, that's just for our country.
That's yeah. That's yeah. So that we have explaining to an alien how Britain works. So we have a queen, but she doesn't do anything. And that queen,
She used to,
but she doesn't anymore. And she's still alive somehow. And she has children who have been waiting for that crown, but she doesn't die. I don't know. So they don't do anything either. One of them's in America, different country. Don't worry about it. And then we also have a prime minister who kind of like runs the country a little bit, not very well, but he tries. And then
he can make some
also,
decisions, but he can't make all of them. He kind of has to pass them on to other people.
exactly, yeah. So he passes them on to a different team, and that team's full of like maybe 10 people who are all kind of in the same position, and they all kind of disagree on each other whilst agreeing at the same time. Really weird. So they've got that.
Yeah.
But then every like couple of years we change that. We just spice it up a little bit, and we get a vote, and we leave it to the entire mass of the UK to vote for a new person who can fuck it up even more. How good's that?
Great. And they're like,
The alien's like, I gotta go.
Your logic.
I gotta go.
Yeah. I left my keys in the ship. I gotta go wash my Zorb.
Gone. Light shit.
Yeah.
There was also a funny image in my head of like an alien visiting Earth, seeing a bunch of dinosaurs and being like, oh fuck that, Jesus Christ, I'm going. Comes back in like, I don't know, 2,000 to 50,000 years later, sees humans, like, what the fuck happened to all the creatures? What the hell? Where have they all gone?
They're like, I never thought I'd say this, but I preferred it before.
Yeah, I prefer the furry, like, teethy monster. The fuck is it? What the fuck are all these buildings? What the
At
hell
least
is
they
that?
couldn't reach me. They couldn't grab with their arms.
Yeah, now all of these have got cameras. What are they filming? Oh, they're filming me. They're filming me. All right, gotta go.
Ooh, I'm a star. Yeah. Yeah. So I
Invisibility
feel like
cloak.
No. We said alien, not Harry Potter.
Smoke bomb. Psh, gone.
So I feel like we've got to the bottom of this. Aliens are here. They do exist, and
And I think we created a really good diversion for ourselves. I mean, a really good podcast for ourselves.
yeah, you're right. As long as they don't guess, and they keep giving to the Patreon, it's fine.
Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a human, doing human things. I'm gonna do my human dinner later.
Oh, Shobi Flober.
Slompin' doo-boo.